can't get a credit card. No credit, bouncing back from bankruptcy, collections issues. You won't believe the value you can pull from some of these secured credit cards. As I talk a lot about the amazing benefits of credit cards, let's go all the way back to step 1 or step -1, depending on how bad off you are, and show you how to properly climb the credit ladder. These secured cards are great credit cards for those that cannot get accepted for an unsecured line of credit. I'm going over my top 3 cards today. Stick around, credit builders, as I'm going to tell you what a secured credit card is.
You gotta give yourself a raise.
How does it differ from a regular credit card or debit card? Why it's valuable to you? And the strengths and weaknesses of my top 3 picks. My name's Paul, and I like to talk about credit cards and personal finance. With your regular credit card, it is unsecured, meaning you apply, get approved for a credit limit, max out that card, and stop paying. Oh no! There is no collateral to back it. So how are they going to recoup that money as the credit card company without going through a long, drawn-out legal battle or garnishing your wages? A secured credit card, on the other hand, works like a car loan. You have the card, you pay monthly payments. If you stop paying, they can repo that card, sell it, and recoup some, if not all, of what you owe. With these secured credit cards, you do need to put down a security deposit. That is your car in this example. If you stop paying, they will take your security deposit. Well, how does that differ from a debit card, you may ask?
I want questions answered.
As a debit card is connected to your checking account, kind of like your secured credit line, difference number 1, building credit, and 2, protecting your funds. As with a credit card, you are spending their money. Watch my video above explaining in depth how debit cards differ from credit cards. I promise you, this is the best video and most educational, important video for everyone that I've made on my channel. Again, link up there. Your first credit card, the Discover It Secured. How does it work? You provide a refundable security deposit of $200 or more. That is your line of credit, meaning the highest balance you can carry on this card is whatever your security deposit is. How do you get your deposit back? After 7 months, Discover automatically starts to see if you are trustworthy enough to have an unsecured credit card. If so, you are refunded your security deposit and upgraded to that unsecured Discover It, getting you on the second step of the credit card ladder. So what puts this in my top 3? No annual fee, 2% cash back on restaurants and gas stations up to $1,000 in combined purchases each quarter. 3, 1% cash back on everything else. 4, and this is the big one, 2x match on all your spend over the course of that first year. So after 12 months, whatever cash back you already received, they're gonna double it. And 5, there is a very high approval rating for this card, one of the easier secured credit cards to get. The US Bank Altitude Go Secured Visa. Starting off with your security deposit, you need a $300 to $5,000 security deposit to open this card. Again, whatever you put down for your security deposit is your credit limit on this card. And remember, your security deposit you do not get back until one of 2 things happens. Either you are in good standing and upgraded to a unsecured credit card, or you cancel this card in good standing, meaning you do not owe any money on this card. Only put down the cash. You are okay locking up for a while. This card does monitor your credit to the 3 major credit bureaus on a regular basis. It doesn't give an exact time frame. It just states that over time you will graduate up to an unsecured credit card. And rewards. Let's talk rewards on this card.
Perhaps a reward is in order.
What makes this card stand out? 1, $0 annual fee. 2, 4x back on dining takeout and restaurant delivery. 3, 2x back at grocery stores, streaming services, grocery delivery, gas stations, and EV charging stations. And 4, 1x back on everything else. And check out the screen, as I'm not going to read this off, but here's all the streaming services that qualify with this card. And lastly, my third choice, the CHIME Credit Builder Secured Visa. This one is a little different than the last 2 we talked about, but may fit what you're looking for. Still, no annual fee. All 3 of these cards, no annual fee. And this is where it differs. If I'm providing value in this video that's helping you out, I would love it if you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. It's the easiest thing you can do to help me out. There is no minimum security deposit required for this card. So what's the catch?
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
With this card, you build your credit with your own money. This helps you keep away debt and also not missing payments. Still reporting to the 3 major credit bureaus. And you can only spend what you have in your checking account. So yes, you do have to have a CHIME checking account. And instead of using a debit card with the credit card, you are protecting yourself using someone else's money. Well, your own money, but someone else's money. If you watched that video I talked about earlier, and sure, I'll throw it back up on the screen, watch that to understand the difference between credit cards and debit cards. Now, there is no cashback or rewards for this card, unfortunately. But if you don't already have a CHIME checking account, here's a little bonus for you. When you open that CHIME checking account, use my referral link or someone else's. It'll be linked in the description below. You get a $100 bonus just for opening your account and making any deposit. So that's like $100 of cash back up front. Definitely the highlight of this card is not having to lock up your funds for an extended period of time. You can only spend whatever you have in your checking account. I mean, the whole goal is to use a secured credit card for a short amount of time while you are getting established, building credit so that you can step up that credit card ladder to an unsecured credit card. This will start stepping you up so that you can take advantage of some of these awesome credit card bonuses, like the Capital One Venture X, which I talk about in this video up here, my 1-year Capital One Venture X birthday. So, what card is best for you? Sorry to say this, but I really don't know. Every person's situation is a little bit different. I can't tell you the type of person I think each card is good for. So let's do that. The Discover It secured card is best for someone with a fair credit score that has a little bit of money in the bank. They don't mind locking up for an extended period of time while they can step up to that unsecured credit card. Next, and I would say this is my favorite of the 3 if I was able to get any of these cards and I had no roadblocks stopping me, and that is the US Bank Altitude Go Visa. This is for the person that also meets the criteria I just talked about above for the Discover It, but can also put at least $300 down for a security deposit, locking that up for likely about a year. Well, you are getting to that point where you can get your unsecured credit card. The multipliers on the secured credit card are absolutely amazing. Even better than some of the multipliers on some unsecured credit cards. And lastly, the CHIME Credit Builder Secured Visa. This is for someone that is just barely scraping by and cannot lock up $200 to $300 in one of these other cards. You are losing out on some of these rewards cash back, but if you open that checking account with my referral link, you're getting $100 right off the bat. And putting that into your checking account means you already have a $100 credit limit. Just a little boost to make your credit journey a little bit easier. Once you graduate from these secured credit cards, I have so many videos on my channel that will teach you how to step up the credit card ladder and get maximum value out of all this game has to offer. And YouTube thinks you should watch this video or this video next, so check one of those out and tell me what you think.